Hello everyone, Eternal Newbie here, and I'm going to show you how to set up tokens in Roll20. This is for DMs, because players, you don't really have these options, and let's just get to it. I hope everyone's having a good morning, although I don't know if it's morning where you are, it's morning where I am right now, so I hope everyone's having a good day. So I've got a player token here, and a monster token. We're going to go ahead and start with the player token. So as you can see, nothing's set up, there's no nameplate. If I double click on it, I open this. Now this is what you're going to want to use, DMs. Go to dynamic lighting if you want. I've never actually used dynamic lighting, but it looks really easy. You can just turn it on. This is a Dragonborn, so they don't have dark vision if they did night vision. They don't have night vision. If they did, I could set it up right here. And I could do emit light, but I can do that somewhere else. Anyway, we're not going to worry about that. Let's go here. Not advanced. First thing I want to do is I want players to be able to see the name. But this name is a little long, so I'm going to just show the first name. Next thing is I'm going to set up these 3 bars. I like to set them up hit points, AC, and then spell save DC. You can do it any way you want. A lot of people like the red one to be hit points. I don't really care about that. Now, I'm going to go to this bar, and I'm going to go down until I find hit points. Except it doesn't say hit points, it says HP. And now it has their hit points. Now this bar I'm going to do the same thing, and look, AC's right on top, makes that easy. This one, same thing. If I click in the S, it'll get me partially down there, so I'm looking for spell save DC. Did I pass it? There it is. And we're good. Now the cool thing about this, oops, hold on, let's do one more thing. I want the other players to be able to see the name, and I want the other players to be able to see the health bar. So, I set that up. Now I save changes. Good thing about this is it's tied to the character sheet, so if I change the hit points in the character sheet, it changes the hit points here. And vice versa, if I change the hit points here, it changes the hit points here. Pretty cool, right? That's why you set it up the way I set it up. You don't just write in the numbers in there, because if you do, it's not connected to the character sheet. You have to put it on that. Same with AC. Let's say this player gets better armor or picks up a shield, and all of a sudden their AC is 18. If you look over here, AC is 18. And you don't have to do this manually, obviously, if I like put a shield on this player. As a matter of fact, let me show you. Real quick, because this is a quick video anyway. Go to the compendium, take a shield, not a spell, an item, a shield, throw it on there, and it automatically changes the AC. Now I'm going to take that off because I don't want to mess with my players' characters, and AC's right again. So there we go. There is one more step. And this is a very important step, because if you don't do this step, it's not going to work. So let me show you what happens if you don't do this step. Let's say we go to another map. Let's go to another map. Let's go to, I don't know, this map. And my player pulls out their character. It's not set up. That's not good. What I have to do is go back to the other one that I set up. And believe me, it took me a few tries to figure this one out because I messed that up. What page was that on? Oh, lava tube. And I shift double click on it. That opens up the character sheet. You can always also open up the character sheet right here. I go to edit, and I click on use select a token. Save that. Now if I get rid of it, or go to another page and bring it back out, it's set up and everyone can see it. So that's very important you do that. Now if I did it wrong, you have to make sure you have the right token selected, because if let's say I had this token selected. Get out of my way, man, really? There we go. That's just one of those convenient bars. I don't even know how people set that up, but it's pretty cool. And I use that token instead. Take this one off. Now, it doesn't work at all. Now when I try and take this one out, I get another one of those guys. So let's fix this. Once again, shift double click, go to edit, get rid of this token, remove, and you select a token, save changes. This one is now set up, and it's set up for good. So if I go to another page, here, actually, yeah, let me go to another page. Add this player on here, and there There it is. Now, let's say I need to change the hit points. This player got hit. There we go, 40. One problem is, don't do your monsters like this. Like right now, that is great. That's for when I run a game, that's exactly how I want it set up. I've got spell save DC, so it's quick and easy. If the character, like when I have to ask my character, okay, what's your spell save DC? And they're like looking for it, I can just go like that and bam, there they are. But let's say you set your monsters up the same exact way. And one of your monsters gets hit. See how it changed the hit points on all your monsters? Yeah, I made that mistake my first game. I was so excited. I was so happy about myself. I'm like, man, I set up all these tokens. My life's going to be so easy. And I set up the monster tokens exactly like I set up the player tokens. So my players are fighting like 8 grung. One of the grung gets hit. I'm like, no problem. Grung gets hit. Let me take off those hit points. Why are all the grung hit points changing? Well, at that time I didn't know, but it's because I set them up like the player. So let's get rid of these, and let's go show you how to set up a monster token. Setting up a monster token is actually easier. Go back to that page, and we're going to set up Bugbear Chief here. Oh, also, notice how the hit points on this page changed, even though we're changed on the other page. That's why you want to set it up like linked like this. Oh, sorry. Linked like this. You don't want to just put in numbers here. You want to put in the HP, the AC, and the spell save DC. Unless you want to put something else. I mean, there's, as you can see, there are a ton of different things you can have. Alright, let's go to the monster. So I got a Bugbear Chief right here. He's looking pretty empty with nothing in his circles. And same thing. Double click. But I guess we can show the nameplate. I guess it's okay if my players see the nameplate. Not that big a deal either way, but I like having it. So, show nameplate. I'm going to set up my bars, but I don't know how many hit points this guy has, so let's look. Character sheet. Ugh, I hate it when they don't tell you the hit points. I'm just going to guess. I think 10d8 is like 85 or 80, or sorry, 10d8 is like 45 or 46. I'm going to say 45 plus 20. We're going to give this guy 65 hit points. Now you can go through here. You can go all the way down to NPC hit points, I guess. I don't know. I don't bother with that stuff. What I do is I just fill it out myself. So this guy has 65 out of 65 hit points. AC, I believe, was 17? Was that what that was? I don't know. I was right, 17. And doesn't have a spell save DC. Now, when you fill in things like the AC, you only want to fill in this side. You don't want to fill in both sides, because if I do, it's going to become a bar, and I don't need a bar. I want a bar for hit points, but I don't need a bar for AC. AC was always 17, it doesn't go down. So save my changes. I don't know why I didn't show the nameplate. Let's try that again. I guess it unclicked. There we go. And just like with the player, I need to do the exact same thing. So I'm going to open up the character sheet. Go to edit. Get rid of this token, because this token right in here is not filled out. Doesn't have any of the stuff on it. And I'm going to use the token I just did. Save the changes. Now, hopefully, if I know what I'm about, I delete him. I bring him back out. Oh, not him. And there he is. And if I bring out, say, 3 of them, and one of them gets hit, it only changes one of them. So that is how you set up tokens. Basic. But for me, that is good enough. I know his AC is 17. I know how many hit points he has, and he doesn't have a spell save DC. I can just click on the token, and it tells me all the information I need, like off the top of my head, without having to worry about opening up character sheets and whatnot. Same with players. If you have any questions, please let me know, and have yourself just an amazing day.